A good salary can still result in a frustratingly low bank balance after bills are paid. The real concern isn't a single purchase, but rather the recurring patterns that develop every week. Small everyday expenses often seem insignificant because each one feels too trivial to count. When spending decisions happen automatically, savings become whatever is left over, which frequently amounts to nearly nothing. This situation obstructs long-term goals, as compounding requires both time and consistent contributions to yield results. It also adds stress, as unexpected expenses force us to borrow, sell, or postpone crucial commitments. Over time, people begin eliminating random pleasures only to rebound because the underlying system remains unchanged. A more effective approach creates a straightforward process that redirects cash flow before routine spending consumes it. You will discover how to identify hidden leaks, prioritize savings, automate transfers, and define what it truly means to live richly. This video is inspired by The Latte Factor by David Bach and Mann. Subscribe for more practical insights. A daily spending leak consists of a personal set of small repeated expenses that accumulate over the years. The issue lies in the repetition, as a few dollars spent regularly turns into a predictable outflow that works against your financial growth. This ongoing outflow not only affects your cash flow, but also steals away the growth potential of those funds. Over extended periods, small amounts redirected can become substantial, while the same sum spent daily lead to negligible savings. One individual tracks their spending for a week and uncovers several recurring small treats made without thought. Another person maintains their lifestyle, but shifts one small daily expense into an investment transfer, eventually forgetting about it. This strategy illustrates that real progress often stems from systems rather than monumental discipline or one-time changes. Once the smallest leaks are recognized, it's easier to accept that financial progress can begin right away. Start by documenting every small repeated purchase for 10 days and then calculate the total as a weekly figure. Choose one item from your list to reduce or eliminate, routing the saved amount into your savings automatically. Paying yourself first means you prioritize saving and investing over discretionary spending, even if the amounts seem small. This strategy relies on the order of priorities, as the first transfer establishes a baseline that spending cannot undermine later. When savings come last, they compete with every impulse and bill, which is why they often end up getting ignored. When savings take precedence, the remaining budget reflects reality, and daily choices realign to fit within that framework. A common pattern is waiting until the end of the month, to save only to discover the account is already depleted. The opposite approach is to transfer a set amount on payday into a different account, then only spend what's left. This shift makes saving a mechanical default rather than a moral decision, operating without the need for constant deliberation. Furthermore, it transforms the daily spending leak, as small amounts now accumulate where they can generate growth. Select a percentage of your income that feels realistic, and schedule that amount to transfer automatically on the day your income is deposited. Gradually increase the transfer amount as debts decrease and your income rises, allowing the habit to grow without requiring drastic changes to your lifestyle. Automation ensures that decisions are made once, and regular transfers occur without the need for constant monitoring or manual efforts. This approach replaces willpower with streamlined defaults, utilizing direct deposits, automatic bill payments, and automated investing when feasible. Many individuals cannot maintain detailed budgets for extended periods, but automated systems can function effectively for years. Implementing automation reduces the risk of late fees and missed payments, which can undermine months of hard-earned savings. A straightforward setup directs a portion of your income into retirement or investment accounts first, while allocating living expenses to a separate spending account. If the spending account is the only one used for daily transactions, the savings accounts remain insulated from impulsive transfers. This method transforms financial progress into a consistent process, akin to brushing your teeth, rather than relying on sporadic bursts of motivation. Once the financial system is stable, you can shift your focus to adjusting contribution rates and goals instead of struggling with daily decisions. Document your primary accounts and bill due dates, then establish one automatic transfer to complete this week. If these systems alleviate stress for you, consider subscribing for more step-by-step guidance on building effective financial habits. The purpose of saving is not a distant goal, but creating a life that feels aligned with your values today. Living rich now means identifying what matters most to you and ensuring your spending and time align with those priorities. Without a clear reason behind saving, it can feel like a punishment, and you may find yourself giving up the moment motivation wanes. When you have a strong why, minor sacrifices seem meaningful because they contribute to future choices that resonate with your values. Some individuals pursue status purchases under the misconception that wealth equates to material possessions, leaving them feeling empty and stressed. Others focus on a select few experiences and relationships that truly matter, cutting out the excess without feeling deprived. This mindset turns daily spending leaks into opportunities to redirect funds toward the priorities that define a rich life. It also supports the practice of paying yourself first, as saving becomes a pathway to meaning, not just future security. Write a single sentence that encapsulates what a rich life means to you, followed by 3 priorities you want to prioritize financially. Use that prioritized list to determine which small expenses to maintain and which ones to redirect into your automated savings plan. Progress can stagnate when high-interest debt and recurring fees consume funds that could otherwise be invested. The financial mechanism is straightforward math, as interest and penalties accumulate just as reliably as investment growth. If minimum payments eat up your cash flow, saving may feel impossible, even if your income appears sufficient. Reducing these financial drains enhances your flexibility and creates space for the automated transfers that lead to stability. A practical approach starts with eliminating late fees, lowering interest rates, and consolidating payment dates to prevent errors. Once the financial leaks are managed, the same monthly amount can support an emergency fund while still fueling long-term investments. Paying yourself first becomes achievable because the initial transfer no longer leads to frantic borrowing or scrambling. It also fosters a richer lifestyle now, as emergencies no longer dominate your decisions and relationships, gain much-needed breathing room. Review every fee and interest charge from your last 3 statements and choose one to eliminate this month. Next, establish a target for a small emergency fund so that unexpected expenses don't disrupt your plan. Financial freedom tends to emerge from small, consistent actions rather than a singular stroke of luck or perfect timing. The fundamental shift involves designing your cash flow rather than merely reacting to it each month. Begin by identifying daily spending leaks, then prioritize paying yourself first and automate your financial plan. With these elements in place, the purpose becomes clearer. Living richly in the present informs what stays and what gets cut from your budget. Over time, your account balances will grow, stress will lessen, and you'll have more choices available without extreme sacrifice. This compounding effect also creates more opportunities for generosity, health, and quality family time that once seemed out of reach. Start with 1 transfer and 1 spending change, then evaluate the outcomes at the end of the month. When you see that first success, slightly increase the amount and continue the process until it feels routine. A fulfilling life is built by aligning daily choices with a plan that safeguards tomorrow, while also enriching today. If these insights resonate with you, subscribe for more straightforward frameworks that transform financial stress into actionable steps.